Number 1. Number 1. Some cars are restored to reflect the past. Others are built to redefine it. This is the 1972 Pontiac Lemons GTO Clone Convertible, a bold fusion of classic muscle car styling and modern LS power performance. From the very first glance, it delivers exactly what you want. Top down. Clean lines. Fresh paint. A presence that feels both vintage and updated at the same time. Recently painted and stripped, the body looks sharp, refined, and ready for the spotlight. Sitting on custom wheels and tires, the stance is aggressive yet balanced. Perfect for cruising, perfect for turning heads. But what really sets this car apart is what's under the hood. This isn't old-school carbureted muscle. It's been LS swapped with a 5.3-liter engine. A modern power plant known for reliability, efficiency, and strong performance. It starts easy, runs smooth, and delivers consistent power in a way that transforms the entire driving experience. This is classic style with modern confidence. Paired with that setup, the car becomes exactly what it was meant to be, a great cruiser. Something you can get in, drop the top, and drive without worrying about the quirks that often come with older builds. And inside, the upgrades continue to the digital dash brings a modern touch to the cockpit, giving you clear, accurate information while still complementing the car's classic layout. It's a subtle but important upgrade, one that makes the car feel more connected and usable every time you drive it. There's also a simple music system in place. Nothing overdone, just enough to enjoy your favorite tracks while cruising. And speaking of cruising, the convertible top works, giving you the freedom to enjoy open-air driving whenever you want. Day or night, city or highway. This car is built for the experience. Now, like any honest build, there are a couple of small things to note. The fuel sending unit reads inconsistently. It could be something as simple as a ground issue, or it may require dropping the tank and replacing the sender. There's also a small oil leak, likely from the oil pressure sensor. Minor things, the kind of details that don't stop you from enjoying the car, but give you room to fine-tune it exactly the way you want. Because overall, this car is solid. IT looks good. IT runs strong. And it delivers exactly what most people are looking for in a classic convertible style performance. And drivability, the $35,000 or best offer, this isn't just a GTO-inspired build. It's a modernized muscle car you can actually use. No. Over dash complication, no guesswork. Just a clean, LS-powered cruiser that's ready for the road. Serious inquiries only. Because cars like this don't just get attention. They earn it every mile you drive. Number 2, there was a time when cars weren't just transportation. They were statements of style, status, and craftsmanship. This is the 1955 Oldsmobile 98 Holiday, a true representation of mid-century American luxury, where bold design met advanced engineering in a way that defined an entire generation. From the moment you see it, the presence is undeniable. Finished in a stunning turquoise and white two-tone, this car captures the optimism and flair of the 1950s. The colors don't just complement the body, they bring it to life. Every curve, every line, every piece of chrome reflects an era when cars were designed to stand out, not blend in. And this one still does. The long, sweeping body lines are enhanced by classic details like the Continental kit and sun visor. Features that elevate both its appearance and its identity. It's not just a car, it's a statement rolling down the road. But beneath that elegance lies real substance. Under the hood sits a 324 cubic inch V8, Oldsmobile's legendary rocket engine. Smooth, powerful, and ahead of its time, it delivers a driving experience that feels both refined and strong. Paired with a 4-speed Hydra-Matic transmission, it offers seamless shifting and effortless cruising. Exactly what a luxury car of this caliber was designed to do. And for its time, this car was loaded. Power steering, power brakes, power windows, and even a power seat. Features that were considered cutting-edge in 1955. Today, they still add comfort and usability, making this classic not just beautiful, but enjoyable to drive. This wasn't just transportation. It was innovation. Over the years, this car has undergone an older restoration, one that still holds up today. It presents well, maintaining its charm and character while showing that it has been cared for and preserved. Recent updates add even more confidence. New brakes ensure reliable stopping power, while new Diamondback wide white wall radial tires provide both classic looks and improved drivability. They complete the car's stance perfectly, tying together authenticity with modern usability. And that's really what this car represents, the balanced IT holds on to everything that made it special in 1955, while offering just enough updates to make it enjoyable in today's world, that it's not over-restored, that it's not over-modified, that it's just right. The 1955 Oldsmobile 98 Holiday isn't trying to be something it's not. It doesn't need to, because it already represents one of the most elegant and forward-thinking designs of its time. This is a car for someone who appreciates more than just horsepower, someone who understands style, history, and presence. Because when you drive something like this, you're not just going somewhere. You're making an entrance every step of the way. Number 3, some cars are built to sit under lights. Others are built to live on the road. This is the 1956 Chevrolet 210, a true driver's classic. A car that blends timeless Tri-5 styling with the kind of upgrades that make it reliable, comfortable, and ready to go whenever you are. From the outside, it carries that unmistakable mid-50s Chevrolet look. Clean lines, strong proportions, and a presence that never goes out of style. It's not a perfect show car, and it doesn't try to be. The paint shows some wear, with a few scratches and some clear coat fading on the white. But that's part of its identity. Because this car isn't about perfection. It's about driving. And mechanically, it's been set up right. Under the hood sits a 350 small block Chevy, one of the most trusted and proven V8 platforms ever built. Paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, it delivers smooth, reliable power that's perfect for cruising, daily driving, or weekend runs. Fuel delivery has been upgraded with a brand new Holley carburetor, while ignition is handled by a Summit Racing small-body HEI distributor, giving you consistent starts, strong spark, and dependable performance every time you turn the key. Keeping everything cool is an aluminum radiator paired with an electric fan, ensuring the engine stays at proper temperature, whether you're on the highway or sitting in traffic. And when it comes to drivability, this car truly shines. Power steering makes handling light and easy, while tubular front control arms and 2-inch drop spindles improve both stance and road feel. Out back, new leaf springs help keep everything planted and stable. It doesn't just look good rolling down the road. It feels right. Stopping power has also been upgraded, with front power disc brakes and rear drums, supported by all new stainless steel brake lines. It's a system designed for confidence, modern performance in a classic platform. And the updates don't stop there. A brand new gas tank and sending unit ensure reliability, while an American Autowire updated harness modernizes the entire electrical system, eliminating the headaches that often come with older wiring. Even the glass has been addressed. New rubber for the windshield and rear glass, along with all new side glass, gives the car a tighter, cleaner feel, both visually and structurally. Inside, it's set up for comfort and usability, featuring a Bluetooth radio that brings modern convenience into a vintage interior without losing its character. And sitting on new 15 by 8 wheels and tires, the stance is just right, classic, aggressive, and ready for the road. Structurally, the car is solid where it matters most. The quarters, floor pans, trunk pan, and tail pan are all in great shape. There's a small rust bubble in the passenger side rocker, but nothing major, just a minor detail in an otherwise strong foundation. And that's really what this car offers. A solid body, a fully sorted mechanical setup, and a freedom to get in and drive. At $32,000, or best offer, with no trades, this isn't a showpiece. It's something better. It's a driver, a car you can enjoy right now, while still having the option to take it further if you choose. Because at the end of the day, the best classics aren't the ones that sit still. They're the ones that keep moving. Number 4, there was luxury. And then there was Imperial. This is the 1967 Chrysler Imperial convertible, a full-size American convertible built at a time when comfort, technology, and presence were pushed to their absolute limits. From the moment you see it, the scale alone tells the story. Long, low, and commanding, this Imperial doesn't just take up space, it defines it. Every line flows with intention. Every detail crafted to deliver not just transportation, but an experience. And with the top down, it becomes something even more open, elegant, and unmistakably premium. The convertible top itself works beautifully and looks like new, giving you that effortless transition from enclosed luxury to open-air cruising in seconds. But what truly defines this car is how it feels on the road. Under the hood sits a 440 cubic inch V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, an engine built for smooth, effortless power. Paired with an automatic transmission, it delivers a driving experience that's less about aggression and more about glide. You don't push this car, you float in it. And thanks to power steering and power disc brakes, that experience is controlled and comfortable. Despite its size, it handles with surprising ease, making every drive feel relaxed and confident. This wasn't just a car, it was a technological showcase. Factory features include cruise control, power windows, power vent windows, electric door locks, and even an electric antenna. The AM/FM radio with foot-operated seeking control is a detail that perfectly captures the innovation of the era, a time when convenience features were becoming something truly special. And then there's air conditioning, bringing modern comfort into a classic platform, making this car just as enjoyable on warm days as it is on cool evening cruises. But beyond the features, this car has been cared for. Recent mechanical updates include new front rotors, calipers, pads, and hoses, ensuring strong, reliable braking. The steering system has been refreshed with a remanufactured steering gear, improving both control and feel. Inside the engine, further attention has been given with a new camshaft, lifters, and timing chain set, key components that keep the engine running smooth, strong, and dependable. This isn't just a preserved car, it's a maintained one, and structurally, it shows. The body is straight, solid, and rust-free, something that truly matters with a car of this size and age. There's only a small cosmetic scrape low on the passenger side, just ahead of the side skirt, a minor detail that doesn't take away from the overall presence of the car. Because when you step back and look at it as a whole, this Imperial stands out, not just for what it is, but for how complete it feels. This is more than a convertible. It's a statement of what American luxury once was: bold, innovative, and unapologetically large. A car designed not just to get you there, but to make every mile feel like an occasion. And when you're behind the wheel, top down, V8 humming quietly in the background, you don't just drive it, you experience it exactly the way it was meant to be. Number 5, some cars are admired. Others are remembered forever. This is the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, one of the most iconic American cars ever built. A symbol of style, freedom, and the golden age of cruising. From the moment you see it, you understand why. The 57 Bel Air isn't just recognizable, it's legendary. The sweeping tail fins, the signature chrome accents, the perfect proportions, it all comes together in a design that has stood the test of time like few others ever have. And as a 2-door hardtop, it takes that presence even further. No center pillar. Clean, uninterrupted lines. Windows down, it creates an open, airy feel that perfectly matches the spirit of the car. It's not just about looks, it's about the experience. And this one delivers. Under the hood sits a 327 cubic inch V8, strong, responsive, and perfectly suited for a car like this. It brings a bit more punch than the original setups, giving you that extra performance while still keeping the classic feel intact. Paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, this Bel Air offers a true driver's experience. Every shift is mechanical, direct, and engaging. It's the kind of connection modern cars simply can't replicate. You don't just drive it, you feel it. And inside, the experience continues. A fresh interior gives the cabin a clean, renewed feel while staying true to the car's original character. It's comfortable, inviting, and ready for long drives or weekend cruises. Because that's what this car was made for. Not just to sit and be admired, but to be driven, enjoyed, and shared. Imagine rolling down the road, windows open, the sound of the V8 in the background, sunlight reflecting off chrome. It's more than transportation. It's a moment. And that's what makes a car like this special. It's not about the latest technology. It's about emotion. It's about connection. It's about owning something that represents an entire era of American automotive history. And with financing and worldwide shipping available, this isn't just limited to one place. It's an opportunity for enthusiasts anywhere to own a piece of that history. At $39,500, this isn't just a purchase. It's an investment in something timeless. Because the 1957 Chevy Bel Air doesn't go out of style. It never has, and it never will. Number 6, some cars are perfect on paper. Others are perfect in real life. This is the 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass convertible, a classic that isn't defined by flawless restoration, but by something far more important: authenticity, history, and real-world enjoyment. This isn't a car that just showed up on the market. This is a car that's been owned, driven, and cared for since 1999. And that kind of long-term ownership tells you everything. From the outside, it has the look, clean lines, classic proportions, and that unmistakable early 70s convertible presence. It's the kind of car that naturally draws attention, not because it tries to, but because it simply exists. Even today, it still gets looks, still gets comments, still makes people turn their heads. And when the top goes down, it becomes something else entirely. The convertible roof is in great condition, complete with a boot cover for a clean, finished look when it's retracted. It's built for cruising, for those moments when the road matters more than the destination. Under the hood, the motor runs strong. No smoke, no oil burning, no major internal work needed. It's been maintained, not pushed. The carburetor was rebuilt about 6 years ago, keeping everything running smooth and reliable. And that reliability carries through the rest of the car. The Turbo 350 transmission was rebuilt roughly 4 years ago, delivering smooth, consistent shifts. About 8 years back, a power front disc brake kit was installed, bringing improved stopping power and added confidence behind the wheel. This isn't just a classic you admire. It's one you could drive. Inside, the story continues. The VinCorrect split bench seat has been professionally reskined, bringing back that factory look and feel. A correct rally steering wheel was installed more recently, adding both style and authenticity to the driving experience. The speedometer has been rebuilt, currently reading 60,000 miles, though like many classics, it's likely turned over once. But with a car like this, it's not about the number. It's about how it feels, and it feels right. Now, let's be honest, this isn't a frame-off restoration. There is rust underneath and in the wheel wells. But here's the key detail. It hasn't changed in over 2 decades of ownership. That tells you it's stable. It's known. It's not a hidden problem. It's an honest one. The paint has a few minor dings, nothing major, nothing that takes away from the overall presence. The chrome, on the other hand, still shines beautifully with no dents. And the car remains largely original. Aside from headers, mufflers, and a previously modified dashboard with an aftermarket radio, it retains its factory identity. Even the rally wheels were refinished years ago and still hold their classic look. And here's something that says a lot. The tires on the car are the same ones from 1999. Not because they should be, but because the car hasn't been driven hard. It's been preserved, enjoyed lightly, and respected. Every year, it's been brought out of storage and given attention. Small improvements, careful maintenance, thoughtful ownership. This isn't a quick flip. This is a long-term relationship between a car and its owner. Appraised by Hagerty at $36,000 2 years ago, it continues to hold and grow its value in today's market. But more than that, it holds its character. Because at the end of the day, this car isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. It looks great, it runs strong, and it's ready to be driven exactly the way it is. For someone looking to step into classic car ownership without starting from scratch, this is that car. Not flawless, but honest. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes it special. Number 7, there are classic cars. And then there are icons of luxury. This is the 1966 Cadillac DeVille convertible, a car that represents the absolute peak of American elegance, where size, comfort, and presence came together in a way the world had never seen before. From the very first glance, it commands attention. Long, low, and unmistakably bold, the DeVille doesn't just arrive, it makes an entrance. The lines are smooth, the proportions are dramatic, and every inch of chrome reflects a time when more was more, and it worked. And this one, it's been taken to another level. The paint and chrome are described as pristine, with zero rust, something that immediately sets this car apart. It doesn't just look good for its age, it looks exceptional, period. But the beauty here isn't just skin deep. Under the hood, this DeVille has been upgraded with a brand new Chevy Blueprint engine, paired with Holley fuel injection. This is where classic luxury meets modern reliability. Smooth starts, consistent performance, and a driving experience that feels refined, not temperamental. It's the best of both worlds. Vintage presence, modern confidence. And when you're behind the wheel, that difference matters. The ride is further supported by a new heavy-duty radiator, new exhaust system, and new shocks, ensuring that everything works together to deliver a smooth, controlled, and enjoyable driving experience. This isn't just a showpiece. It's a car you can actually drive. And then there's the open-air experience. A brand new convertible top, along with a new motor, makes operation effortless. With the push of a button, the car transforms, turning a luxury cruiser into an open-air statement that captures attention everywhere it goes. Inside, the attention to detail continues. A two-tone leather interior offers a rich, elegant feel, with no rips or tears, clean, comfortable, and inviting. New carpet and floor mats bring a fresh, finished look to the cabin, making it feel just as good as it looks. And while it stays true to its roots, it also embraces modern touches. A Bluetooth radio has been installed, allowing you to enjoy your own music while cruising, without taking away from the car's classic charm. Even the stance is right. New white wall tires complete the look, tying together authenticity and style in a way that feels perfectly balanced. And when you take a step back, everything works. The look, the upgrades, the condition, it all comes together to create something special. Because this isn't just a restored Cadillac. It's a reimagined one. A car that keeps its identity intact while improving the way it drives, the way it feels, and the way it fits into today's world. And while there may be too much to list, that's exactly the point. This is a car you don't fully understand on paper. You understand it when you see it, when you hear it, when you drive it. The 1966 Cadillac DeVille convertible isn't just luxury from the past. It's luxury you can experience today. Number 8, some cars are built to impress at shows. Others are built to be driven every single day. This is a classic powered by a 389 V8, paired with a 400 automatic transmission, a combination that delivers exactly what you want from a vintage cruiser: reliability, strength, and that unmistakable old-school feel. This isn't a trailer queen. This is an everyday driver. Turn the key, and it comes to life with confidence. The rebuilt carburetor keeps it running smooth, while the HEI distributor, fresh plugs, and wires ensure consistent ignition every time. It's been gone through where it matters, mechanically sorted so you can get in and go without hesitation. And when you do go, it drives beautifully. Whether you're taking it on long highway trips or just cruising around town, it handles the road with ease. This is the kind of car you don't have to think twice about. You just drive it. But what really sets it apart is its personality. This isn't a polished street rod trying to be something it's not. Instead, it leans into a stock car-inspired look, something a little more raw, a little more aggressive, and a lot more unique. Tinted windows add to that attitude, giving it a subtle edge that separates it from typical builds. And then there's the sound. A brand new exhaust system that's loud, bold, and impossible to ignore. It doesn't whisper, it announces itself. Every time you hit the throttle, it reminds you exactly what you're driving. Underneath, the car has been refreshed where it counts. New springs and shocks improve the ride quality, keeping it stable and comfortable. The braking system has been fully addressed as well, with new brakes, booster, and master cylinder, giving you confidence every time you slow it down. Even the supporting components have been taken care of. A new alternator, voltage regulator, battery, belts, and all rubber hoses ensure that the car isn't just running. It's dependable. These are the details that make the difference between a project and a driver. Inside, the gold carpet adds a unique touch to the interior, giving it a bit of personality without overcomplicating things. It's simple, functional, and ready to be enjoyed. And for those who appreciate originality, the original ignition components are still included and working, offering a nice connection to the car's past. This car has also been recognized for its value. According to Haggerty, it's been appraised at around $12,000, giving you a solid reference point for what it represents in today's market. Located in Jackson, Ohio, and offered by a straightforward seller, this is a no-nonsense deal. It's not about hype, it's about honesty. And that's what makes this car appealing. It's not perfect. It's not overbuilt. It's just right for someone who wants a classic they can actually use. Drive it across town or across the state. Either way, it's ready. And at the end of the day, that's what matters most. Because the best classic cars aren't the ones you look at. They're the ones you drive. Number 9, there are big cars. And then there are land yachts. This is the 1972 Chrysler Imperial LeBaron, a full-size American luxury machine built at a time when size meant status, comfort meant innovation, and the road was something to be conquered in complete style. Stretching nearly 20 feet in length, this isn't just transportation. It's presence. From the moment you see it, you understand what it represents. Long, elegant lines, massive proportions, subtle chrome details, and a vinyl top that completes the look of a true luxury flagship from the early 70s. But what makes this car truly special is its story. This is a true survivor, purchased from the estate of its original owners in Pennsylvania, showing just over 68,000 original miles. That kind of history can't be recreated. It can only be preserved. And this one has been. The paint is largely original, still presenting beautifully with only minor touch-ups and small imperfections that come with age. A few dings, a crease here, a chip there, but nothing that takes away from what this car is. Because what it is honest. The body is straight. Panel gaps are consistent. And the overall presentation reflects a car that's been respected, not rebuilt. Under the surface, it gets even better. The underside is clean, solid, and exactly what you'd hope to see from a well-kept example. No visible leaks. No hidden surprises. Just a strong foundation that supports everything else. And then there's the way it drives. Under the hood sits a 440 cubic inch V8, producing around 225 horsepower, but more importantly, delivering effortless torque. Paired with the legendary 727 TorqueFlite automatic transmission, it moves this massive car with smooth, confident ease. It doesn't rush. It glides. And thanks to recent sorting, including a tuned carburetor, adjusted timing, updated exhaust, and conversion to an electric fuel pump, it performs exactly the way it should. It starts easily, idles smoothly, and cruises without hesitation. This is a car you can get in and just go. Inside, the experience continues. The interior is remarkably well preserved, original, clean, and fully functional. The seats show minimal wear, the dash is free of cracks, and the controls all operate as designed. From the power windows and vent windows to the interior lighting and power seats, it all works. Even the details stand out. The iconic rim blowhorn, the power antenna, the quiet hum of the cabin as you glide down the road. This is what luxury felt like in 1972, and it still holds up today. Of course, like any true survivor, there are small imperfections. A couple of loose seat buttons, minor wear, and an intermittent gauge lighting issue. But these are details, not deal breakers. Because mechanically, it's sorted. Cosmetically, it's honest. And overall, it's incredibly rare to find one this complete. Every major function works, from headlights with electric doors, to AC converted to modern R134A, to heat, radio, and gauges. It's not just preserved, it's usable. And that's what makes this car stand out. It's not a fragile showpiece. It's a driver-quality survivor that you can actually enjoy. A car that turns heads everywhere it goes. Not because it's flashy, but because it's different. because cars like this simply aren't seen anymore. And when you're behind the wheel, you understand why. This isn't about speed. It's about presence. It's about comfort. It's about experiencing the road the way it was meant to be, wide open, smooth, and unhurried. For those who appreciate true American luxury. For those who understand what a survivor really means. This 1972 Imperial LeBaron isn't just another classic. It's a piece of history, floating effortlessly into the future. Number 10, not every classic needs to be loud. Not every build needs to be finished. Some cars are about simplicity, honesty, and the freedom to just get in and drive. This is the 1966 Plymouth Valiant 200, a true example of practical American engineering from an era when cars were built to be reliable, efficient, and easy to live with. No excess, no complication, just a solid, straightforward classic. Under the hood sits the 170 cubic inch slant 6 engine, one of the most dependable engines ever produced. Known for its durability and simplicity, it's the kind of motor that just keeps going. It may not be about high horsepower numbers, but it delivers something just as valuable. Consistency. Paired with a manual transmission, this Valiant gives you a direct, connected driving experience. Every shift is mechanical. Every mile feels earned. It's the kind of car that reminds you what driving used to be. Simple, engaging, and real. And it runs and drives. That alone puts it ahead of many classics at this level. But what really makes this car appealing is the work that's already been done. A new fuel tank, new fuel line, and new shocks bring confidence to the driving experience. These are the kinds of upgrades that matter. Not flashy, but essential. They make the car more reliable, more usable, and more enjoyable on the road. Inside, new carpet has been installed, giving the interior a cleaner, fresher feel. It's a step in the right direction, while still leaving room for the next owner to finish things their way. Because yes, this car still needs some attention. The driver's side floorboard has already been replaced, and the frame is solid, which is a huge plus. The passenger side floor will need some work, and the interior overall could use a bit of TLC. But that's part of the opportunity. This isn't a car that's been overdone or over-restored. It's a car you can shape. Drive it as is, enjoy it, and improve it over time. Or take it further and bring it back to its full potential. Either way, it's a starting point with a strong foundation. Manual brakes and manual steering keep things simple and true to the era. No power assists, no modern distractions, just a pure, analog driving experience that connects you directly to the road. And for many enthusiasts, that's exactly the appeal. This Valiant isn't trying to compete with high-end builds or fully restored show cars. It doesn't need to, because what it offers is something different. An affordable, honest classic that runs, drives, and gives you the freedom to make it your own. Available for viewing after 5:30 p.m. during the week, plus Saturday and all-day Sunday. It's ready for someone who understands what it is and what it can become. Because sometimes, the best cars aren't the finished ones. They're the ones you build a connection with along the way. Number 11 classics are rebuilt, others are preserved. And every now and then, you come across a car that still carries its original identity, intact, documented, and honest. This is the 1969 Chevrolet Malibu, a true numbers-matching example that represents what classic car ownership is really about. Authenticity. From the very beginning, this car tells a different story than most. Under the hood sits its original 307 V8 engine, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission on the column. A setup that takes you right back to a time when driving was simpler, more mechanical, and more connected. This isn't a modified build. This is how it was meant to be. And what makes it even more special is the documentation. Complete with its original build sheet and Protecto plate, this Malibu offers something collectors truly value: proof. Proof of its origin, its configuration, and its history. These aren't just papers, they're part of the car's identity. Because cars like this aren't just owned, they're preserved. Showing approximately 41,600 miles, the odometer may have turned over. But even so, the condition speaks for itself. It runs and drives well, delivering a smooth, consistent experience that reflects careful ownership over the years. And when you look at the car as a whole, it makes sense. The body is in good condition, straight, solid, and presenting well. The lines are clean, the stance is right, and it carries that unmistakable late 60s muscle-era look without needing to shout. Inside, the interior stands out even more. Described as excellent, it offers a clean, well-kept environment that reflects the car's overall care. It's comfortable, original in feel, and ready to be enjoyed from the moment you sit down behind the wheel. And when you drive it, everything works together. Power steering makes handling easy and controlled, while power brakes provide the confidence you need on modern roads. Add in new tires, and the car is ready to go. No immediate work required, no guesswork involved. This isn't a project. This is a driver-to car you can get in, turn the key, and enjoy exactly the way it is. And that's what makes it stand out. Because in a world full of heavily modified builds and incomplete restorations, a clean, numbers-matching Malibu with documentation is something different, something harder to find, something worth holding on to, offered at $29,500 cash or a reasonable in-person offer. This is a straightforward opportunity for someone who understands value, not just in price, but in originality. Trades may be considered for something of equal or greater value, but no projects, because this car already represents what many others are still trying to become: complete, honest, and ready for the road. Number 12, some cars are finished. Others are waiting for the right hands, the right vision, and the right moment to come back to life. This is the 1975 Plymouth Scamp, a compact Mopar with something you don't see every day. Because under the hood, it's not stock. It's been fitted with a 440 big block V8. And that changes everything. This isn't just another classic project. It's a car with serious potential already built into it. The kind of setup enthusiasts look for, because the hard part, the swap, is already done. Big block power in a lightweight platform. That's the formula. Paired with an automatic transmission, it's a combination that's all about straight-line performance and effortless cruising once it's back on the road. And not long ago, this car was running and driving just a few weeks ago. That means it's closer than most projects at this level. But currently, it's not starting, and it will need some work to bring it back. What exactly? That's part of the unknown, and part of the opportunity. Because cars like this aren't about perfection. They're about potential. The body is described as solid, a huge advantage when starting any build. Structure matters. Foundation matters. And having a solid base gives you the freedom to focus on what comes next. Whether that's getting it running again or taking it further into a full performance build. Because this car can go either way. You could bring it back to life and enjoy it as a raw, big block street machine. Or you could take it apart, refine it, and build something even more serious. That choice is yours. And that's what makes this Scamp interesting. It's not a finished product telling you what it has to be. It's a platform asking you what you want it to become. Cars like this are getting harder to find, especially with a 440 already in place. That alone sets it apart from the typical small block projects that fill the market. This one already has the attitude. It just needs the execution. Sold as is, with honesty and transparency. This is a straightforward deal. No promises, no guarantees, just a real car with real potential. For the right buyer, that's not a downside. That's the appeal. Because the best builds don't start perfect. They start with something like this: a solid body, a big block under the hood, and a blank canvas waiting to be finished. The 1975 Plymouth Scamp isn't done yet, but it's ready for someone who knows exactly what to do next. Number 13, some classics are built for show. Others are built to be lived with. This is the 1972 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, a true personal luxury coupe from an era when style, comfort, and road presence came together in perfect balance. From the moment you see it, there's a certain confidence in its design. The long hood, the clean roofline, the way it sits on the road with quiet authority. It doesn't need to shout for attention, because it already has it. This particular Monte Carlo has been garage kept, and it shows. It's been cared for, enjoyed, and driven the way a classic like this should be. Not locked away, not forgotten, but appreciated. And when you turn the key, it comes to life exactly the way you want it to. It runs and drives great, smooth, steady, and reliable. The kind of car you can take out for a relaxed cruise, whether it's a short drive through town or a longer weekend trip. It delivers that classic floating ride these cars are known for. Comfortable, effortless, and undeniably satisfying. This isn't a project you're afraid to drive. This is a driver. Owned since the middle of last year, it's proven itself to be enjoyable and dependable. The only reason it's being offered now is simply the need for money. Nothing more, nothing hidden. And that honesty carries through the rest of the car. Structurally, it's solid where it matters. The frame is good, with only surface rust and very little rust overall. Exactly what you want to hear when looking at a classic of this age. It hasn't been neglected. It hasn't been compromised. It's been preserved. Now, like any real classic, it's not perfect. There are a few scratches here and there. Small reminders that this car has been used, not just displayed. It will need an oil pan gasket, and the AC system simply needs a recharge. But that's it. No major issues. No hidden problems. Just small, manageable items. And that's what makes this car so appealing. Because you can get in, drive it, enjoy it, and improve it over time if you choose. At $18,500 or best offer, this Monte Carlo sits in a sweet spot. It's not priced like a show car, but it delivers the kind of experience that makes classic ownership worthwhile. And that's really what this is about. Not perfection, not over-restoration, just a solid, honest classic that's ready to be enjoyed right now. Because at the end of the day, the best cars aren't the ones that sit in garages. They're the ones that make you want to open the garage door. Number 14, before muscle cars became a category. There was one car that started it all. This is the 1965 Pontiac GTO convertible, an icon from the golden age of American performance, and a machine that helped define what a muscle car truly is. This isn't just another classic. This is the GOAT, and it carries that reputation with pride. From the moment you see it, you feel the history. The stance, the lines, the unmistakable presence of a car built for both style and speed. As a convertible, it adds something even more: freedom. Top down, engine alive, road ahead. It's everything a classic should be. But what really sets this GTO apart is what lies under the hood. A 389 cubic inch V8, the heart of the legend. But this one goes a step further. Equipped with the famous tri-power setup, 3 two-barrel carburetors working together to deliver power in stages. Smooth when you want it, aggressive when you need it. And when those 3 deuces open up, everything changes. Paired with a manual transmission and a racing clutch, this isn't just a cruiser, it's a driver's car. Raw, mechanical, connected. Every shift, every throttle input, every moment behind the wheel reminds you that this car was built in a time when driving meant something. It runs great, strong, responsive, and ready for the road. This isn't a car that needs to be figured out. It's one you can get in and experience immediately. And then there's the story behind it. This isn't coming from a collector chasing trophies. It's coming from someone who simply wants it to go to a good home. Because cars like this aren't just owned. They're passed on. They're appreciated. They're respected. With a clean title in hand and a value that continues to rise year after year, this GTO represents more than just a purchase. It's an investment in automotive history. But more importantly, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to own one of the most influential muscle cars ever built. An opportunity to drive something real. Something raw. Something unforgettable. Because the 1965 GTO convertible isn't just about numbers. It's about emotion. It's about the sound of that V8, the feel of that clutch, the moment when all 3 carburetors come alive and remind you exactly why this car became a legend. This isn't just a car you keep. It's a car you experience. And for the right owner, it's a car you never forget. Number 15, some cars are restored. Others are reborn. This is the 1973 Chevrolet Camaro, a machine that has undergone a full frame-off restoration, completed in 2020, transforming it into a modernized expression of classic American muscle. This isn't just a refresh. This is a complete reimagining. From the ground up, every detail has been addressed, every system considered, every component chosen with purpose. The result is a car that looks classic, but performs like something far more advanced. And it starts with the engine. Under the hood sits a 383-stroker V8, built for power, torque, and serious performance. Paired with Edelbrock aluminum heads, it breathes better, runs cooler, and delivers the kind of output that turns every drive into an event. But what truly sets it apart is the fuel system. This Camaro is equipped with a multi-port fuel injection setup that you can control and adjust directly from your phone or laptop. That means real-time tuning, modern efficiency, and the ability to fine-tune performance with precision. Classic muscle meets modern technology, and when you're behind the wheel, you feel it. The 4-speed manual transmission keeps the experience raw and connected. Every shift is deliberate. Every gear change reminds you that this car was built to be driven, not just admired. It's powerful, it's responsive, and it's alive. But performance is only part of the story, because a true build like this goes deeper. The entire car has been completely rewired, eliminating the common electrical issues that plague older classics. A new fuel tank ensures reliability, while odometer gauges give you accurate, modern readouts without losing that performance aesthetic. Inside, the upgrades continue. TMI front seats bring comfort and support, blending modern ergonomics with classic styling. It's a cockpit designed not just to look good, but to feel right on every drive. And then there's the stance. US Mags wheels, 18 by 9 in the rear and 17 by 7 up front, wrapped in Goodyear Eagle tires. It sits aggressive, planted, and perfectly balanced. The kind of stance that tells you this car means business, even when it's standing still. Everything about this Camaro has been thought through. Not overdone, not rushed, built with intention. Because that's what separates a build from a real build. And when you step back and take it all in, you realize this isn't just a restored car. It's a statement. A true American muscle car that respects its roots while embracing modern performance, reliability, and control. The kind of car that turns heads, starts conversations, and delivers an experience every time you drive it. Because in the end, cars like this aren't just built to be seen. They're built to be felt. Number 16, some cars are perfect. Others are full of potential. This is the 1974 Pontiac Lemon Sport Coupe, a classic that sits right in that space between what it is and what it could become. And sometimes, that's exactly where the opportunity lives. At first glance, it's easy to see the appeal. The lines are pure 70s muscle-era styling, long, slightly aggressive, and unmistakably American. It has presence. It has character. And even in its current state, it stands out as something worth saving. But this car isn't being presented as perfect. It's being presented honestly. Under the hood, it still carries its original 350 V8 paired with an automatic transmission. It runs strong, delivering that familiar, dependable power you expect from a classic like this. Add in dual exhaust, and you get the sound to match, deep, classic, and unmistakable. This isn't just a shell. It's a running, driving foundation. And inside, it gets even better. The interior is in excellent condition overall, a huge advantage for any project at this level. The dashboard is in great shape, the original radio is still in place, and the carpeting has already been replaced. There's a tear in the driver's seat, but beyond that, the cabin presents well. It's comfortable, it's complete, and it's ready to be enjoyed as is or taken further. Structurally, the car tells a mixed but promising story. Key exterior panels, including the fenders, hood, header panel, and doors have already been replaced with clean, rust-free parts sourced from the South and West. That's a major step already done, saving time, effort, and cost. Underneath, there is rust, but it's described as solid. Not perfect, but not falling apart. It's the kind of condition you often see in a car that's been used, not neglected. And then there's the biggest consideration, the quarter panels. They will likely need replacement if you're aiming for a zero rust, show quality finish. And that's important to know up front, because this car isn't hiding what it needs. It's being upfront about it. But that's also where the value comes in. Because what you're getting here is a complete, running classic with a strong drivetrain, a very nice interior, and many rust-prone areas already addressed. Plus, included chrome trim pieces, stored safely in the trunk, ready to help bring the car back to its full visual potential. This isn't a finished product. It's a project with direction. A car you can drive now, while slowly turning it into something even better. Offered at $7,400 or best offer, this Lemons sits at a price point that makes sense, not just for what it is today, but for what it can become tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, not every classic needs to be fully restored to be worth owning. Some are meant to be saved, improved, and brought back step by step. The 1974 Pontiac Lemons Sport Coupe isn't perfect, but it's real. And for the right person, that's exactly what makes it worth it. Number 17, some cars are restored to look original. Others are rebuilt to be driven. This is a true 1971 Ford Mustang Mach-1, a car that has already lived through an extensive 8-year restoration and now continues its story on the road. Because this one isn't sitting still, that it's being driven. Enjoyed, experienced, finished in a striking combination of PPG Ocean Blue and Argent Silver. This Mach-1 immediately stands out. The color alone draws attention, but it's the details that complete the look. A front chin spoiler, custom rear spoiler, and rear window louvers give it that aggressive, unmistakable muscle car attitude that it doesn't just look like a Mach-1. It feels like one. And when you step inside, the custom touches continued at a clean interior finished in blue and silver brings a unique twist while still respecting the car's roots. New carpet, a new headliner, and a new dash pad give the cabin a fresh, well-kept feel. It's been updated, but not overdone, balanced in a way that makes it both comfortable and visually striking. And for those who prefer a different look, a pair of black front seats is also included with the car, giving you options to tailor to your taste. But the real story begins under the hood. This Mach-1 is powered by a 302 V8 source from a 1969 Mustang, bringing proven performance and reliability. It's paired with a T5 BorgWarner 5-speed manual transmission from American Powertrain, transforming the driving experience into something far more engaging and modern. Every shift is precise. Every acceleration feels connected. And with a newly added exhaust system, the car delivers a deep, satisfying rumble that perfectly matches its personality. This isn't just about sound, it's about feeling. And the upgrades don't stop there. To a full lead-powered disc brake conversion, front and rear, gives the car modern stopping power, a new rear axle, new upper control arms, new front shocks, and a new starter all contribute to a car that isn't just restored, but improved. This is a Mach-1 built to be driven with confidence. Now, it's important to understand what this car is and what it isn't. The paint is described as driver quality. It looks great, but it's not flawless. There are some nicks and scratches because this car is used the way it should be, that it's not a trailer queen, that it's a driver. And while it still needs a few things here and there, that's part of its appeal. You can enjoy it now and continue refining it over time because the hard work, that's already been done. With a full book of receipts documenting the restoration, this car comes with history, transparency, and proof of what's been invested into it. And wherever it goes, it gets attention at car shows on the street or just cruising. People notice the color, the stance, and the unique combination of classic design and custom touches. Located in Massachusetts, but available for nationwide shipping, this Mach-1 is ready for its next chapter. Because cars like this aren't finished, they evolve, they grow with their owners, and they reward the people who actually drive them. The 1971 Mustang Mach-1 isn't just a restored classic, it's a muscle car that's still alive. Number 18, some classics are rare. And then there are cars you almost never see. This is the 1971 Dodge 3700 GT, a unique piece of automotive history, imported from Spain and unlike anything you'll find on American roads today. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find another one. Built between 1971 and 1977 by Chrysler España, the 3700 GT wasn't just another sedan, it was a flagship. A luxury car designed specifically for the European market, blending American engineering with refined European styling. And that combination is exactly what makes this car so special. At its core, it's based on the Dodge Dart platform, strong, proven, and reliable. But everything built around it tells a different story. The body lines are more formal, more elegant. The interior, more refined. This wasn't just transportation. It was status. In 1970s Spain, the The 3700 GT represented the top tier, a car often associated with officials, executives, and those who wanted something that stood above the rest. And today, it still does. Under the hood sits the legendary 3.7-liter, 225 cubic inch slant-six engine. Known for its durability and smooth operation, it's one of Chrysler's most reliable power plants ever built. It may not be about raw speed, but it delivers something far more important: dependability. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission on the floor, this car offers a driving experience that's both classic and engaging. It's mechanical. It's connected. It reminds you of a time when driving required input and rewarded it. And yes, it runs great. That's the beauty of it. This isn't just a rare collector's piece that sits still. It's a car you can actually get in and drive. A classic that doesn't just exist, but functions. And inside, it reflects its luxury roots. Bucket seats, full instrumentation, and a level of detail that separates it from its American counterparts. It's familiar, but different. The kind of interior that makes you pause for a moment because you don't see it every day. Even the presence of air conditioning adds to its usability, making it a car you can enjoy in real-world conditions, not just admire from a distance. But what truly sets this car apart is its story. This isn't a domestic classic. This is an import with heritage. A car built to meet Spanish luxury tax regulations, designed for a different market, a different culture, a different kind of driver. And somehow, it made its way here. That alone makes it special. Because in a world full of Mustangs, Camaros, and Chevelles, this stands alone. It's a conversation piece, a collector's curiosity, a rare blend of American muscle-era engineering and European luxury design. And for the right person, that's exactly the appeal. Because owning this car isn't just about driving something old. It's about owning something different, something with a story, something you won't see at every car meet or show. The 1971 Dodge 3700 GT isn't just rare. It's unforgettable. Number 19, some classics are restored. Others are elevated beyond what they ever were. This is a machine that started with a solid foundation, and through a full frame-off restoration just a few years ago, it has been transformed into something far more refined, far more capable, and far more enjoyable to drive. The heart of it all, is powered at a 351 V8, punched out to a 408-stroker. That alone tells you this isn't stock. This is a serious upgrade, built for strength, torque, and performance that goes well beyond factory expectations. And with modern fuel injection, it doesn't just make power, it delivers it smoothly, reliably, and consistently. Turn the key, and it starts with confidence. Hit the throttle, and it responds instantly. This is classic muscle, refined for today. But power is only part of the equation, because what really separates this build is how it handles it. A full 4-link suspension setup with coilovers transforms the driving dynamics completely. Gone is the old, floaty feel. In its place is something tighter, more controlled, and far more predictable. Whether you're cruising or pushing it a little harder, the car feels planted and composed. That IT doesn't just go fast, it feels right doing it. And when it's time to slow things down, 4-wheel disc brakes provide modern stopping power, strong, consistent, and confidence-inspiring. This is a car built to be driven, not just in short bursts, but anywhere. And that's where the comfort comes in. Power steering makes it easy to handle. Air conditioning keeps the cabin cool. And an overdrive automatic transmission allows for relaxed cruising at highway speeds. Lower RPMs, less stress, and a smoother overall experience. This isn't just a weekend toy. This is a car you can actually take on long drives. Drive anywhere in comfort isn't just a phrase here. It's the reality. And visually, it delivers just as much, sitting on 17-inch American racing wheels. The stance is modern yet classic, aggressive without losing its identity. It's the kind of look that works from every angle, whether parked or rolling down the road. And underneath it all, the car started solid. That matters, because a great build doesn't begin with problems, it begins with a strong foundation. And with a frame-off restoration already completed, the heavy work has been done. What you're left with is a finished product that's ready to be enjoyed, and guessing, in a rebuilding. Just driving. Located in North Georgia, this car represents exactly what many enthusiasts are searching for: a classic that doesn't require constant work, doesn't demand compromise, and doesn't sit still. IT performs, IT handles, IT cruises. And it does it all with confidence, because in the end, the best builds aren't just about what's been done to them. They're about what they allow you to do. And this one, it's ready to go. Anywhere. This is the 1973 Buick Apollo. A hidden gem from the early 70s, often overlooked, but deeply respected by those who know what they're looking at. Because underneath, there's more to this car than meets the eye. The Apollo was Buick's answer to the compact, muscle platform, sharing its roots with the Chevy Nova, but carrying its own identity. And today, that makes it something special, because you don't see them anymore. And you definitely don't see them like this. This example has been completely redone, starting with the heart of the car, a rebuilt Chevy 350, board point 030 over to a 355 cubic inch V8. That means more displacement, more power, and a much stronger presence on the road. But doesn't stop there. Equipped with a 750 Holley carburetor and a Summit cam, this engine is built to perform. It breathes better, responds quicker, and delivers that aggressive tone and feel you expect from a properly built small block. Add in headers sourced from a 69 Chevelle, and you've got both performance and sound working together, deep, raw, and unmistakably muscle. And when that power hits the ground, it does it right. A Ford 9-inch rear end ensures strength and durability, one of the most trusted setups in the performance world. Paired with a 2,800 stall converter, this car is built to launch, respond, and keep pulling when you need it to. This isn't just a cruiser. It's a street machine. But what makes it even more interesting is the history. Included with the car is documentation from the original owners, the couple who bought it brand new. Along with that, you also get the original owner's manual and records of the work that's been done. That connection to the past matters, because while the car has been modified, its story hasn't been lost. Showing around 84,000 miles, it represents both preservation and transformation. A classic that has evolved, but still carries its roots with it. And that's what makes it stand out. It's not trying to be a Nova. It's not trying to be something else. It's a Buick Apollo. Rare, unique, and built with purpose. Whether you're looking to buy or trade, the seller is open to offers, with interest in full-size trucks or SUVs, especially Toyota. But for the right person, this isn't just another listing. It's an opportunity, because cars like this don't show up often. And when they do, they don't stay overlooked for long. The 1973 Buick Apollo isn't just rare. It's rediscovered.